Marinos, are you ready to make a big Frankenstein wreath that is super duper cute? Cute and fun for Halloween, but it's gonna stop everybody who's driving by your neighborhood to see your door. You can do it. We're gonna make it together, so let's get started. The first thing we're gonna do is talk about our supplies we've got here. We've got our Frankenstein sign, and then we have an 18-inch wreath base. I picked out some ribbons that go perfect with Frankie and just popping in a little bit of orange, green, and purple. And since I knew that was the color palette I wanted to do, and pull in a little bit of that orange from his cute little nose, we also brought in a couple of these curly balls that I really like. I think that's a lot of fun. And then these here too are these neat sprays that have balls. And wait till you see how we can really manipulate those and have a lot of fun. So the first thing I'm going to do is I want to take and go ahead and get the sign in the wreath. That is some of the trickiest part, and you have to decide on your positioning. So I'm going to set him right on top. Now, I did spray paint the wreath base. It's already spray paint and ready to go. Black, because it just looks better in that particular color palette for this project. Now, we're going to attach the Frankenstein head with some cable ties. So grab some cable ties. And what you want to do is I want him to be real high on the wreath at the top, and then have our bow down at the bottom. So I'm going to keep manipulating until I get him right where I like him. Oh, he looks really cute there. So our bow is going to be way down there trailing, and he's going to go at the top. So once you find a good spot, what I want you to do is I want you to just flip him over, hold him right there, and flip him over. And the nice thing about this one, he's got a nice wire supporting him up the middle. So we can use that to attach him to the wreath, and then we can put a wreath hanger right here on the middle. So I'm going to start by going through the grapevine and just kind of grabbing, let me go sideways. I'm going to grab this wire in the back here and kind of grab one right here and bring that back through. And then the nice thing is then you'll have this piece attached. So the first section will be on. All right, and we'll cut it in just a second and make it tighter, but just put them on easy at first. Now, if I can reach the bottom too, I'm gonna grab that bottom piece and just kind of pull this in and over. Voila! So we got two supports on. And from my craft show background, guys, I like to make sure everything is just really secure so we can take you know, traveling and storage and move it around. And if you want to be an Etsy seller and sell your work too, then we want to make sure it can take that same type of shipping. So we want to just make it really great construction. That's how I teach in design school. You can go to wreathteacher.com and learn all about design school and how I teach, but you can see how my mechanics are really secure, and that matters. So get everybody tight, and he should be on there nice and good. And then we're going to go back and trim off all these little pieces. So that's not really the glamorous part, but it goes really fast, and you'll be shocked how quick he comes together on the front end, because ta-da! He's in our wreath base, and he's ready to work with and rock and roll. So we're going to start to put him off to the side for a second, and what we're going to want to do is prep all the picks that are going to go down at the bottom here, because we want to make that really festive and fun before we put the bow in. We have these curly balls, which black swirls give you that kind of like, did you ever watch Scooby-Doo when you were a kid, or you see it now and they would go woo, 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 that same look. So we're going to use those on the top layer, and we're going to use these on the bottom layer. And these are these curly little wire chenille glitter ball picks. They are so much fun. Take and curl them up. These are actually more like a spray size. They're larger. So you're going to be able to break them into 3 pieces. If one of your little balls pops off, hold on to it, because we'll glue it back on. It's just we're yanking all these little pieces around. We're manhandling them. We're manhandling them, guys. You guys, if you're enjoying this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And definitely don't be a stranger. Come back and watch more, because I'm excited to share with you all the projects we make for every season. And if you want even more info, you can grab a spot on our text list. Go to TEXTKELEA, K-E-L-E-A, textkele.com, and you grab a spot. But we're going to break both of these pieces up. Or you can just text us VIP to 832-734-5201. And you're going to want to text that on your phone, not just in the comments here. Pop it on your phone. I like to curl these and just get them curly, and then we can come back and add more curls and dimension later once we get it in. But let's get them started. Aren't they so much more whimsical? I think they're so fun. And I'm going to cut this one down into 3 sections also. So one's a little larger, and the other 2 are a little bit smaller. Okay. So all my pieces are ready to go, my curly picks. I'm just going to put my balls over here to the side. And let's start off with the 2 largest pieces. And we're going to put those in on either side of Mr. Frankie. So give that a swirl in your glue pot. And I think you're going to love this particular recipe because it's easy. Number 1, it's quick. And you will find these kind of pieces can sell really quickly at a craft show. And you can produce them fast, okay? There's our first piece in on the left. I'm going to put this piece in on our right side. And you got to leave a little space in the middle, guys, for the bow. Cute. All right, I love it. You can curl that up some more. And now I'm going to layer a couple more right on top. So I love to teach floral design and all the, positioning, so you guys can learn the angles and the depth and the dimension and all that. But sometimes just the cutest pieces like this are really simple and easy. And it's just simple construction. And they can really fill up your shop and just make cute pieces. Okay, look, that's all we've done so far. That's that's 1.5 picks so far. And we've got our curls in. Just a perfect color combination. Now, you need to make your bow. And there's a link here so you can see how to make the exact bow we made. You can go watch that video. And this is a super cute one we did where we've got it going. It's a 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. And we use some bow ties in here. And this is going to go right in the center. Now, I got to add a little cable tie to the back of this bow, but that's okay. I can do that really quick. We'll just pop that in the back. I had put a floral pin, but we're going to use a cable tie instead. No big deal. I'll just slide that in. And I need the cable tie going up and down, so we're going to actually use 2 cable ties. I'll just change the direction real quick like this. Slide that in. And you guys know we can always change direction, especially if you're a design school student. If we need to change the direction on the cable tie, no big deal. We just add another. Trim that off. And now I'm going to pop this right in the center, right in the middle of where the bow's going to go. The reason I'm putting this in now is because this is like going to take up a lot of real estate, and we want to make sure we're going to fill in that middle first. Easy peasy. Trim off the cable tie. Now I want you to, don't worry about fluffing it too much yet, because we can tweak it all later. But kind of get it spaced out a little bit. Don't worry about the tails, but you can see how cute she's coming together already. Oh my gosh, he's adorable. So now, before we finish up, we want to add in those curly picks to add that drama. And those, we can have them come up closer up by the head, or we can put them in closer by the bow. It's up to you what you want to do. I think I'm going to stick with them just kind of coming in just a little bit out right in this zone right here. Okay? So trim down that stem to a couple of inches, just right here. And I want you to go ahead and shake hands with that pick, space them out. And then we're going to go into our glue pot over here off to the side. You guys, it's just right here, y'all. That's how I'm getting my glue. And I'm going to swirl it. You got to get a good amount on there because we'll make sure it's going to go in to our piece. And then just go down here. And I'm going to push this into the grapevine, right kind of underneath where I went with those last pieces. Oh my gosh, how cute is that? And let these kind of pop out. I would curl some of these curls and kind of come out a little bit with this to create a little width. And we're just going to mirror that placement on the other side. So just slide it over here. And I'm going to do this on this side. Same thing. Shake hands, spread it out. Blue Merinos, if you're enjoying this, we would love to have you in design school. Come and enjoy all the projects. I teach you step by step. You also want to head over to cleese.com. Not only do we always teach you how, we have tons of inspiration on our website and free content. You also can shop for supplies, and in all of our shopping list, our supply lists, there's links to those videos. So if you see a project you like, you can click on it, learn how to make it, get all the supplies for that project right there at the same link. And if you aren't in design school, you sometimes won't have access to things, but you can always join our class and take your learning and your design expertise to the next level. And so if something's password protected, it's just protected for our design school students. And you can always join class and learn all about that. Okay, we're down to our last couple of steps. This is such a great and fun and easy project. Now we're just going to add these last few curls in. I like to add dimension to my bow and add a little bit of breaking the plane, as I would call it, breaking up the lines that are in the bow. And we can do that with this last piece of the pick. So I'm going to take and just put a little glue on there, and we're going to come right underneath here, right under the bow. And I'm going to have this piece kind of come in and go right in the center. We're going to pull it over to the left and just kind of curl that up. And then we're going to use one right on the top. Right to come in here and come, you know, kind of get his little tooth over here and overlap. You know, that all creates the dimension. And I always teach depth and dimension means more money in your pocket when you're selling your pieces. So remember just to take a little time here at the end and work on, oh my gosh, see what a difference that makes? Work on a little depth and dimension right here in the bow zone, right in the middle. And then you can make that fast, guys, in under 15 minutes, you can whip out a wreath. As adorable as this. So simple. Minimal supplies. We had 4 picks, 3 ribbons, 1 sign, and 1 wreath. Boom! How adorable! I can't wait to see you make your own Blue Merinos. This one we're going to start off by putting some foam in the container, and I already cut a few pieces. I like to use sheets of foam, so what we did is I cut some smaller blocks to go in the bottom, and then I'm just going to layer them right up on top of each other. Our filler in this particular case is you're going to get a section of garland, a nice long piece, and we're going to take that and make it be like a grass in this container. So I'm going to take and just trim off the end here, and I'm going to turn this into like a little bit of a filler in here. I'm going to turn it into some little picks, all right? So I've got 5 or 6 stems here on one, and I'm going to trim that and have a little bitty base. So let's do that at least 3 times to start with. Now, I've got my glue pot over here, and we're going to bring it in to dip these in and start kind of shaping up our container. So let's take and put one in the middle to start with. And this is just our grass to fill in the middle. Our florals are going to come way out of here, but we're going to start with these. So there goes my first piece, and now I'm going to use a couple more. You can always use garland like this, even in Christmas time, anytime throughout the year. Anything that's whimsical works really well with this type of garland. Now, if I want something to feel very natural and beautiful and elegant, like I'm usually teaching you, this is not going to be my choice. But on whimsical, fun pieces, it's fine. I'm going to divide this one into a couple of pieces because I'm going to work my way around now. So I kind of put a tall one in the middle, and now we're just going to work filling it around so we get nice, full coverage all the way around this baby. Come on, mister. And I'm just shaping those up, giving that a twirl in the glue, and then I'm bringing it back in. We're just going to work our way around. Oh, we're already to the back already. How cute. So I went a little bit smaller on these cuts. I think it's a little more effective, but you kind of don't know that till you get your middle piece in. All right, but you have more than enough to get good coverage. I'm really not worried about that. And here comes our last one right in there. So the idea is we filled in the base. You can't really see the foam. It's still underneath there, but you see we've got it all nice and hidden. And he's got the greatest hair ever now, isn't he? Oh, but we are not done. His hair is going to next level. Are you ready? Okay, let's have some fun. So we're going to start off with our eyeballs, and they're going to go in next. Now, I want one of the eyeballs to be kind of right in the center, being like the top tallest part. And I don't want it to be too tall, so I'll kind of measure out. Remember, my foam is right about here. So I want that to kind of be a center point on our design. So we'll put this set of eyeballs first, kind of facing front. I love that. Oh, perfect. And now I'm going to hold these eyeballs for a second, and we're going to come in with our curly picks. So our curly picks, we like to use these like fun little fountains of movement. I think they're just too fun. So we have 3 of these, and you're going to use these just like you would like a little carousel. We're going to go around in thirds. I'm going to put a little blue in that. This one's going to go out to the right here. Oh my gosh, so cute. Kind of moving forward. And you can take these curls and have fun with them. Now I'll put one on the left. And I like to manipulate the curls and give them some movement, a little bit forward, a little bit back, a little up. It just gives you so much more movement. And we're already giving him the epic hairdo of a lifetime. Look at him. I mean, he's so cute. Let's go on the left. All right, and a little bit forward because we're going to put one of the curly cues in the back. So this one we're going to have it come a little bit more forward. Yep, and this can come out. Oops, not quite that crazy. Now rotate it to the back, and we're going to put our last curly cue right in the back, kind of coming this way. And that one I'm going to kind of leave straight up, like the back of his hair. All right, come here, buddy. There we go. Oh my gosh, he's so adorable. Y'all, this is all a kit that you'll get everything you need to make him, and I think you could be so creative with it. Just have a great time. All right, so the next thing we're going to do, hold your eyeballs for a little bit. We're going to take these curly picks from the back. Well, they're not curly yet, but we're going to make them a little curly. And we're going to use these all around to add the fun pops of color in here. We want it to be really whimsical. So I'm going to take and cut this piece off here where you have 2 together. And then you're going to cut these where they'll be individual. And that gives you some nice pieces to put in. And do that with both stems. Oh my gosh, these are so fun. And right now I am not curling these, but you can if you want. These can be easily curled because these are just on really thick like chenille stems. So they definitely will manipulate however you want them. Okay, it went from cute to adorable. All right. It's nothing more fun than whimsical Halloween stuff. It just makes you want to be a maximalist. Go, go, go. Decorate, decorate. Have fun. All right, so when we get done, we've got the 2 that are the individual pieces. We have 4 of those, and we got our eyeballs just off to the side. Now save these. We might want to use these to stake something in another project. Now these 2 pieces, I want them to run in between the curly cues. These are the tall ones. So have your tallest part going here, and then your smaller part kind of running in between. All right, so we want to create the height with these. And then you can decide, do you want to curl them? Do you want to have them move a little? Or are they good just like they are? So let's bring these down. Oh my gosh, curl this one. Oh yeah, that's just so fun right there. I'm going to curl that one a little deeper. I love it. This one can pop up here. All right, the same thing on this side. So the taller part running in between and the smaller part coming out right behind that eyeball. And we can just make this super duper cute. Let's do it. I love that. Let's go right here. Woohoo! Let's bring that one to the back. I love this. And curl that one or let it go wild. You see how much fun that is now? Look at this hairdo. Y'all, these type of things are just great for me at craft shows. These really, really do well. Just because they're just so whimsical. Now, our other curly pieces here, we're going to curl them actually. They're not curly yet. And I want to use these tight in working around the base. So I'm going to take my first one and just go right in here to the front. And I'm not going to have it come forward. In design school, we call that breaking the plane. I'm not going to do that too much, mainly because his face is right here. And we just want to preserve his face. But I'm trying to get a little of this green color that's moving upward from the rest of the container. I want to bring some of that in there. So I'm going to curl all these, and then we're going to go around. We'll put one here. So just as you move around, you got a little pop of color there too. I'm going to put this one on the right side. This is the back side of the arrangement. This is pretty fast designing and really, really, really super cute. Look at this. And now this one, I don't really need to be super tall because I'm just trying to go back here in the back. So I'll just curl that up and we'll put right in the middle. And I'll just make a little spot, pop that in. Look how cute. You could even, if you want to be brave, have that go up. All right. Okay. Well, we are just about done. We've got our fun little eyeballs. So I want you to grab our last eyeball pick, right here. And we're going to break this down into a couple of smaller pieces. So the way to do that is these two will come with a nice spiky pick, and these two will just be 2 eyeballs. So we're going to break that apart right here. And it's so easy to make the back look adorable too by taking this and just popping these in. And I think it'll be fun to kind of have this go out to the side. Because when these eyeballs come together, he looks like the cutest little monster back here. I think things might have gone wrong in Frankenstein's hair this time. And then take these 2 little eyeballs and put them over here. And now she's not only cute on the front, but he's cute on the back. It's adorable. And you can pull these up too. That's what's fun. These can do whatever you want them to do. You know, move out and up. And even these other ones you already put in, have them kind of come forward because that makes them a little bit more whimsical. You didn't know you were going to love playing with the little eyeballs so much. Y'all, I hope this kicks off your Halloween season with a bang. And what an adorable arrangement are you going to make for your home, okay? Grab this kit here at Khalees.com. Ask for the link. We'll share it with you. And if we're sold out, make sure you get on our text list because those folks on there get first notification. Anything new is ready and out for you on the website or on social media. All right, Bloomerinos, go have fun with flowers.